Welcome to your comprehensive study guide on business location. Choosing where to set up a business is one of the most critical long-term decisions an entrepreneur can make. No location is perfect, every choice involves trade-offs. A city center offers high footfall but high rent, while a rural site may be cheap but far from customers. In this video, we'll explore the key factors that influence location, including proximity to market, raw materials, labor, competition, and costs. We'll also look at real-world examples and common exam pitfalls. Let's dive in. Let's map out the 5 core location factors. First, proximity to market. Retail businesses rely on footfall, while manufacturers need good transport links. Second, raw materials. If inputs are bulky or perishable, locate nearby. Third, labor. Tech firms cluster near universities for skilled graduates. Warehouses need a large pool of unskilled workers. Fourth, competition. Sometimes it's beneficial to locate near rivals, like in jewelry quarters, agglomeration. Fifth, costs. Rent is a major fixed cost and varies dramatically between city center and out-of-town sites. Turning to our study notes, the concept of trade-off is central to location decisions. A busy city center may bring in many customers, but the rent can be prohibitively high. That's why some businesses choose out-of-town retail parks with good parking and lower costs, at the expense of footfall. Governments can influence location through enterprise zones, offering tax breaks and relaxed planning rules. Also, infrastructure like motorways and high-speed internet can be a deciding factor, especially for e-commerce and logistics firms. Here's a step-by-step process for choosing a location. First, identify the business type. A coffee shop's needs differ from a factory's. Second, prioritize the key factors. For a retailer, footfall is paramount. For a manufacturer, proximity to raw materials or distribution networks. Third, assess potential sites, weighing up the trade-offs between cost and benefit. Fourth, consider external influences like enterprise zones or planning permission. Finally, make the decision, but always have a contingency plan in case circumstances change. Let's work through a typical exam question. The question asks, analyze the factors a new independent coffee shop should consider when choosing a city center location. To score full marks, you must apply the factors specifically to a coffee shop. Start by stating that footfall is the most critical factor because coffee shops rely on passing trade. Mention the trade-off. High rent is justified if footfall is high. Discuss competition. Clustering with other cafes might be beneficial due to agglomeration, but the shop must offer something unique. Also mention infrastructure for deliveries and the need for a reliable power supply. A strong answer links each factor directly to the business context. Watch out for common pitfalls. Many students simply list location factors without applying them to the business in the question, that loses marks. Another mistake is focusing only on cost. For a retailer, footfall often matters more than cheap rent. Always use key terms like footfall, agglomeration, and enterprise zone in your answers. And remember to show the trade-off. For example, explain that high rent is acceptable if footfall generates enough revenue. This demonstrates higher-level thinking. To wrap up, remember the 5 key location factors: proximity to market, raw materials, labor, competition, and costs. Use key terms like footfall and agglomeration to impress examiners. Always consider the trade-offs. No location is perfect. And apply your knowledge to the specific business in any question. With these tools, you can tackle any location-based exam question confidently. Thank you for watching.